I'm Harley Flanagan from the Chrome Eggs. I'm just making something up. Basically what I'm trying to show you is how I write. Now, I play the bass very much like I play the drums. Okay, for me, the drums is the root of everything. You'll notice it's very percussive. A lot of times that's what you'll hear on the drums in a hardcore type song or a metal type of song. And I'm really trying to always lock in with that groove, the kick and the snare. It's got to have that. Or if I was to double up on the kick drum, for instance, and it's like, I'd start doing something like, you know what I'm saying? So really that's where the groove of my style of writing comes from. Chrome Eggs music. Now, you know, obviously, we all have different influences that shape our style of playing. The obvious ones for me are Daryl Jennifer from the Bad Brains, Lemmy from Motorhead, the great one, Geezer Butler, another huge influence. There are so many. Rainey from Discharge, he's another huge influence. And even, believe it or not, Kronos from Venom. All these guys influenced how I chose to play. And I created my own style by borrowing little elements of what these guys did in various songs and kind of blending it together and creating my own style out of that. You know, I think it's pretty obvious. You can hear that I borrow little bits and pieces from all those guys, but I think that I do something a little bit unique with it. You know, that's the ultimate goal as far as I'm concerned, is make it your own. Of course, we're all going to borrow and learn from other people. That's how you develop. That's how you grow. You learn from other people. But then you want to try to do something that makes it unique and gives it some characteristics of your own, like it really express yourself. And with me, the drumming is what comes through. So, for instance, even if I'm playing like a song, like a I'm hitting it like, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm going down, down, up. Actually 3 downs, 1 up. Almost as if I was playing the kick and snare. Again, it's about a percussive, punchy groove. I mean, any bass player could do that just by going up and down the whole time. But for me, as a drummer, it's just, I like to get more physically into it, like the dynamics of the rhythm. And because I'm a drummer, I'm feeling like go 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 go. So I'm gonna hit like. That way, really, you can almost hear the percussive element to it, you know? And, you know, I just like to take those little things and do whatever. Use those percussive elements in everything. And something else I do a lot that I borrowed from, again, the great one, and also Daryl Jennifer, the other great one, is the usage of power chords. You know, or also, as I call them, the fuck you chord, for obvious reasons. Okay, you're just utilizing the octave, really, and kind of deadening, is that proper usage of the word? I don't even know, but kind of just muffling or muting the middle strings. And I use that a lot right when where I would use a cymbal crash. Again, it goes back to my drumming roots. I'll be like, maybe I'll you dig what I'm saying? I'm always really trying to connect to the drummer. And, you know, I've been blessed. I've played with a lot of really great drummers in my time. And because, you know, I started off on the drums, that really shapes my playing. Really sets, I think that's the difference between me and a lot of the hardcore punk type bassists. You know, I also try to pick up a lot of stuff from other types of music and incorporate it into what I do. Now, one last thing before I wrap this up. I was talking to my man Flea, another one of the greats. Love you, bro. My brother from another. Yes, I know. We look alike. I know. It's true. We may be related. It's, you know, hasn't been confirmed, but there's a chance. Anyway, he was asking me, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, those of you who have seen me play, a lot of times you'll see my hands doing crazy stuff where, like, what the heck is he doing? You know, am I hitting with my thumb? Am I hitting with my pinky? Oh yeah, I'm doing both. And because, you know what, sometimes when I'm playing, I get sweaty or my hand cramps up and I drop a pick. This is how that started happening. And eventually I just started developing my own style of playing. And that sounds like I'm using the pick. I'm actually just pinching my fingers together so that my fingernails are making that click that the pick would normally do. And then sometimes when I'm, again, doing that cymbal crash, that you'll see how I'm very much like I'm playing the drums. Now, you know, people are always saying, oh, you know, because I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of my hands after a show, but, you know, they get pretty tore up. And sometimes you get these critics, it's because you don't have good technique. That's why you tear your freak. You know what? Fuck you. It's because I really fucking get into it. That's what it is. It's because when I'm really in the moment, I honestly don't know what the fuck is going on or what I'm doing. I could be hitting the bass with I could be beating it with my fist, you know, smashing it with my head, you know, like I almost just did. You know, when you're in that moment, you know, yeah, technique should be coming out of you naturally. For me, it does in the rhythm, okay? As far as ripping my fingers up, that's just because, you know, I love what I do and I bleed for my music and I bleed for you people every time I play. So, I'm gonna wrap it up. That was one last thing. Another cool thing about, you know, using your fingers instead of the pick, I can mimic the sound of the pick, but throw in some finger stuff, some runs when I feel like I want to throw in a run and then go back. Anyway, you know, when you're having fun, you might hit a bad note, but the fun thing is taking that bad note and turning it into a good note. It's just all the feeling, the bending and the smashing and having fun. That's the most important part. Have fun with it.